Nafis Ahmed. He will give a bayan about how to protect oneself from the fitna of Dajjal. This is something very important. Of course, all the performances are very important, but regarding the fitna of Dajjal, this is something that even we are experiencing right now. How can a person save himself? What can we do? Who is Dajjal? Inshallah, Nafis will give a little light. That don't consider anything good to be small. Anything good that you do, it is great in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Hadith Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentions, and I don't want to make it long, that a person will be an arm's length away from Jannah. But because he did something wrong and he considered that to be nothing. He backbited about someone. He cursed someone. He had a wrong, ill feelings about someone which wasn't even true. But because of these small things, and he considered this to be nothing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turns that person away, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throws that person into the hellfire. Similarly, vice versa. A person, his arm's length away going into the hellfire, but because he did something small which was great. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentions, La tahtiranna min al-ma'rufi shay'a, that even anything good, even if it's small, don't consider it to be small, because that small action may be the deciding factor between heaven and hell. Alhamdulillah, the students, they learn these things and we try our best to practice it, at the same time to propagate it to others. MashaAllah. Next, I would like to call upon one of our older students, out of Muhammad, important Islamic knowledge is in our students' lives in the future. There was an incident that took place. Many years ago. I believe it was a Bengali family. So the parents decided to give their one son, one daughter. They decided to give them dunyawi education, which is no problem. There's no problem in giving our children academic education. But to leave it at that and to completely forget about Islamic education, that's when the problem starts to creep into our lives. So what happened was, when the daughter went to Australia, she became a professor, I believe, and the son was in the States. The son was in the States. The father, he was in his deathbed. The mother was sick. The mother called the brother and sister, meaning son and daughter, and said, hey, your father is sick, you should come and visit. The daughter said, no, I'm too busy, She's in Australia, but I'm too busy, I can't come, and my schedule is hectic. She never came. Son lived in the States, didn't come. And remember, when we leave our kids and we think and we prioritize academic education over Islamic education, this is what happened. So what happened was, the father passed away. The mother is sick. Mother has no means of helping out the family. When she told her son and daughter, the son and daughter, they started communicating with each other, and they said, which one is cheaper? Burning the body or having a proper janazah? Burning the body or having a proper janazah? This, I'm talking about a Bengali Muslim family. And now this is not just one incident. I'm not standing here, I'm actually an MC, but this is not just one incident, but there's many incidents where when we prioritize academic education over Islamic values, then this is the result that we get. Definitely there's a balance that has to be made. The balance between Islamic and secular education. When a child has both, and I would say prioritizing Islamic values into our lives and our children's lives, then only we will find the true fruits of what Islam really is. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us in the heart of Brooklyn, starting with just 6 students and 2 teachers. Any institution in the world, any successful institution in the world always starts off small. Anything successful, any business, any school, any institution that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts later on, it always starts off small. If you look at Darul Deoband, Darul Deoband started off with 1 student, 1 teacher, under a tree. Alhamdulillah, Future Academy started with 6 students and 2 teachers, and as of 2021, today, as we speak, the academy has 57 boys. By the way, those 6 students, they were only boys. Now we have 57 boys, 27 girls. In other words, 84 full-time students. And alhamdulillah, we have 10 teachers. We have 10 teachers, but our staff, our team is actually bigger, approximately 13, 14, but we have 10 teachers who are sharing the responsibilities of Islamic education, academic education, and Hifzul Quran education as well. Our mission and vision is to prepare the next generation of model Muslim Americans and leaders of the future by providing them with a well-balanced and sound education between Islamic and secular education. By the aid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by the aid of such a curriculum, a child can achieve success in both deen and dunya. And this is something that, we want our child to learn deen. But at the same time, we don't want our child to let go. We don't want to let go of dunya, and that's completely understandable because, living in this world and being influential in society, a person has to be educated in both Islam and in both dunyawi education. This is a fact. You have someone with only Islamic education but has no idea how to deal with drug abuse, has no idea how to deal with mental issues, has no idea how to deal with financial issues, has no idea how to deal with marital or parental issues, child education. If a child only looks at Islamic education and completely disregard secular education, then a child or that person will not be able to cope in society. Vice versa, a child only learns secular education, completely forgets about Islamic education. Parents don't even give them the resources, or parents don't even give them the word, or push them. My son, please go to the maktab. My daughter, go to the maktab, learn Quran, go to this teacher, go online, anything. If we don't push our children to have Islamic values, then what do we expect? What else can we expect from our child in the future? Like Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentions that a person, I'm not going to mention the whole hadith, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentions that three things after a person passes away, he will still get the reward. One of those is waladun salihun yad'u lah, a pious child which will make dua for the mother and the father. A pious child. When that child knows the value of dua, when the child knows that my mom and my dad did so much for me, then only we can expect that this child will make dua for me after I pass away. And not only dua, maybe build a masjid. Not only masjid, maybe do khatm, maybe go for hajj, etc., etc. When a person knows that value, has that in his mind, like alhamdulillah, like my father, may Allah